My parents glared at me, saying, "You'll never measure up to your brother." I stood and snapped. "Then let him pay the bills. I'm done sending money." I thought I knew the meaning of betrayal, of feeling invisible, but nothing could have prepared me for the moment my own mother, at her 65th birthday party, looked me dead in the eye and delivered a remark so cutting it felt like a knife twisting in an old wound. "Alvin," she said, her voice dripping with disappointment, "you'll never measure up to your brother. Chase is the one who truly takes care of this family." That was it. Years of quiet pain, years of biting my tongue, it all just snapped. My heart was absolutely pounding as I stood up, pushing my chair back with a loud scrape and shot back. "If that's the case, then from now on let Chase pay all the bills. I won't send another dime." The room went absolutely silent. You could feel the air get sucked right out. My parents' eyes went wide with pure shock. "What money?" my dad stammered, his voice frail. "We've never received a cent from you." My mom nodded, her face confused, almost indignant. That was the last straw. I pulled out my phone, opened my bank statements, and what unfolded next left my entire family utterly stunned. My name's Alvin Grant. I grew up in Beckley, West Virginia. This small town tucked away in the Green Hills where everyone knows everyone else. Family stories are usually told over simple dinners, you know? But my childhood, it wasn't that warm, cozy picture. It was a long, endless series of days spent in the shadow of unfair comparisons. I was always the one falling short while my younger brother Chase was the shining star, untouchable. From the time I was tiny, I just got used to being pushed to the sidelines. It felt like I was just a supporting character in my own family's story. Chase, for years younger than me, was born with this incredible charisma. He was lively, eloquent, amazing at charming adults with his radiant smiles or perfectly timed jokes. He was the golden child, truly cherished by our parents and relatives like some kind of precious treasure. At every single family gathering, all eyes were on Chase. Meanwhile, I just sat there quietly waiting for a question, a kind word that almost never came. My dad, Gordon Grant, was a coal miner, working tirelessly day after day in those dark, grimy tunnels. He'd come home with his face smeared with coal dust, his hands calloused and rough. He was a man of few words, but when he did speak, it was almost always to praise Chase. My mom, Monica Grant, worked as an accountant, always busy with ledgers and bills. Yet, she always found time to brag to the neighbors about her clever younger son. I know they didn't mean to hurt me, but their favoritism built up over time, like the layers of coal dust clinging to my father's skin. My parents often overlooked me for reasons that sounded reasonable but were really just excuses for their bias. I was quiet, reserved, not particularly good at small talk. I often fumbled when trying to chat with relatives, while Chase could make a room burst into laughter with a single joke. My academic performance was decent, sure, but I never earned major awards or shiny medals to show off. Chase, on the other hand, was constantly praised for participating in everything, from youth soccer to school plays, things that made him stand out and grab attention. My passion was reading science fiction and tinkering with technology. I'd spend hours in front of an old computer my dad bought at a secondhand market, taking it apart, trying to understand how it worked. But to my parents that was just dry or burying my nose in computers, as if my interests were a flaw to be fixed. Those repeated comparisons became a smoldering wound in my heart. It didn't bleed, but it ached every single night. "You need to learn from your brother," my dad would say whenever I brought home my report card. Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.